Hey everyone, it's Justin, and I know what you're thinking right now. What? More Rankin Bass Christmas stuff? What is this? Get this out of my face. I thought you were done with 2017. Well, that was the case. I wanted to get done with this by New Year's Eve. But I got sick during the time, and at the time I was just editing all these videos, one after another. Like half of them were done and uploaded on the same day. So I got sick and it cost me some work, both in real life and with doing these videos. So I said, screw it, because once I got all better, it was like the 2nd of January. So I was like, what, screw it. I'm going to save this until as a Christmas July kind of thing. I generally do agree what I said in this video, and I'm going to present it as it was going to be back then. So thanks for watching. Thanks for watching all of this Rankin Bass Month stuff. And I really do enjoy the fact that people really are into these videos. Like, really. So with that out of the way, go past me.
Oh man, videos are done. Christmas should be over by now. You know what that means? Hibernation time. Till whenever I feel like making another video. Just kidding! Extra this year. That's right, I'm going to overtime this year to make sure I'm completely done. And what's not the best way to start the end with a short history discussion? If it's not, I don't know what is. Rankin Bass Productions were founded by Arthur Rankin Jr. and Jules Bass with the original name of Videocraft International in 1960. The majority of their output was outsourced in Japan with companies like Topcraft and Toei Animation. They started out with a few things like the briefly mentioned Tales of the Wizard of Oz and The Adventures of Pinocchio, before hitting it big with Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, produced for NBC and being sponsored by General Electric, whom then owned the majority of their content for a while. That is until the end of 1973 and the beginning of 1974, where they relaunched as an independent company, only to shut its production arm in '87. They continued with a few business ventures, including creating features like the animated version of The King and I, only to come back when Fox had them create their final Christmas special, Santa Baby. Interestingly enough, Rankin and Bass were involved with the short-lived revival of Thundercats, seen as one of Arthur Rankin Jr.'s few final ventures until his death in 2004. What a fine way to honor his memory that year, reviewing 2 games based on his work. One crappy and one barely average. So what about the rights of the specials? Well, it's split between pre and post 1973 eras. The pre-73 library, everything from Rudolph to Santa Claus is Coming to Town, remained with General Electric underneath their Tomorrow Entertainment line. In 1988, Broadway Video gained the rights to the library until '96, with Golden Books Family Entertainment obtained its entire library, and then Classic Media in 2001. Now, as far as I know, DreamWorks owns it under their DreamWorks Classics line. And what about the post-73 library? Telepictures acquired it in '86, only for Warner Bros. To own it to this day in its 1989 acquisition of Lorimar Telepictures. The only one free from these two is Santa Baby, which is owned by Fox, and is possibly now owned by Disney. Oh god, that's a thought, Disney acquiring the rights to these specials. The TV licenses is everywhere for the majority of these, with the ones that stick out are Rudolph on CBS, and the majority of the post-73 library on Freeform. Hell, the channel ZTV could air the original Rudolph and Frosty, their Rankin Bass sequels, and the non-Rankin Bass created sequels. So yeah, that's why we'll probably never get a collection of all 19 specials in one pack. Sucks, doesn't it? Now you just gotta find the right collections and even separate DVDs. You can even find every special on Amazon, physical or digital. So there's no excuse besides, some of the prices demanded on there. So now I'll admit something. While thinking of this extra, I was going to talk a bit about the common fan theory that all the Rankin Bass Christmas specials do connect. And I cut that one because, well, the majority of them can, and it wouldn't be too interesting to me just go, oh, first Christmas snow. Yeah, it can connect. Strangest man in town. Yeah, sure, why not? Little Drummer Boy. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that was just honestly most of the writing of that one. And common thing that most fan theories kind of suck. Like, there's this one where Winter Warlock was like to be the father of Snow Miser, and he became Father Winter after that. How? Oh wait, Winter Warlock, Father Winter. Connection. Oh, and Snow Miser is all about winter and coldness. Winter Warlock. Connection. Oh man. Plus it means that I get to cut down 2 videos and make it into 1. So, here's one more thing that popped up during my research on the history. In 2016, there was a 4D attraction of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It's basically a 10-minute abridged version of the original special. The animation, again, is stop motion, moving about as smoothly as a Miser Bros. Christmas, but looking much more like the Rankin Bass style, even some of the similar expressions and such. It has a great eye for detail, but for it shrinking the story from 50 minutes to 10, it feels like the story is rushed at spots, like Hermie and Rudolph meeting each other for the first time. All the designs look great and close to the original, with Hermie looking a bit off, and the voice could be better on some. You can watch this on Vimeo along with plenty of other 4D attraction videos. I wouldn't recommend going to wherever they are showing this just to watch it, if the attraction even still exists. Okay, with that out of the way, the main event. The return of Top Whatever with the top 20 Rankin Bass Christmas specials. Yes, I rewatched and now gonna rank all 19 specials with the addition of a Christmas tree. Because why not? I'm just gonna say them and give a little note. Any real thoughts I have? Just go through the original Rankin Bass Month Marathon playlist. Even though I'll admit some of the stuff I might say conflicts with them, but in general it's the same thoughts. So let's begin with... Oh, who am I fooling? We all know that the Leprechaun's Christmas Gold is number 1. Number 20 and 19. 'Twas the Night Before Christmas and the Leprechaun's Christmas Gold. These two are obviously the worst, either because of a crappy story or a poor execution. It's hard to say which is better because Christmas Gold has better animation, while 'Twas the Night has a slightly more watchable story. So, it's either or. The problem is that I just don't care enough with these two to give them proper rankings. Number 18. The First Christmas, the story of the first Christmas snow. Nothing really happens here. A boy loses his sight, he regains it. The end. Even its climactic conflict isn't interesting at all. The only good thing about it is the rendition of White Christmas. Just look that up if you can. Number 17. Cricket on the Hearth. I would have put this one slightly higher, but I honestly started to nod off while watching it. I wouldn't say I was tired since I was up for the Little Drummer Boy and the rest. I guess it has some rewatchability problems. Number 16. Frosty's Winter Wonderland. Like the first Christmas, it's just Frosty wants some company. He gets a wife. The end. Jack Frost and the Parson character are good, but with the lack of a story and many changes to the Frosty the Snowman song makes it a bit of an uneasy watch sometimes. Number 15. A Christmas Tree. If this was longer and more developed, it would have been higher, but it's a 22-minute long episode of a show, so I gave it some slack. Number 14. The Little Drummer Boy. It's fine for an original story to match the song, but it's just a bit bland overall. Number 13. Frosty the Snowman. Yep, a classic that is this low, and both solo Frosty specials are not even in my top 10. A bit surprising, but it's just okay in my eyes. Same what I said about the Little Drummer Boy applies here, minus the blandness. Number 12. Jack Frost. I will admit that this is where I'll have some trouble placing a good chunk of these, and with Jack Frost, it's a fine watch, but a bit on the bottom. Number 11. The Life and Adventures of Santa Claus. I'm kinda surprised here honestly. It didn't hold up my attention while I was revisiting it this year. The battle is sweet, and I love to see how far the studio has gotten with the stop motion, but I don't know, it just feels slow and then it kinda drags on after the battle. Number 10. The Little Drummer Boy Book 2. It probably shouldn't be so high, but I enjoyed the character of Brutus and the song Money 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 so much that it has to be in the middle. Hell, I'd probably put it higher, but even such biasness shouldn't overlook the fact that the majority of the special, i.e. scenes with little to no Brutus, is so dull. Without him, it's under the original, but with him, it at least makes the bottom of my top 10. Number 9. Nestor the Long-Eared Christmas Donkey. It's an average story with the tone of a Don Bluth film before he made his own films. Maybe he got inspired by this, who knows. Number 8. Pinocchio's Christmas. A good holiday adaptation of the show about the living puppet. One of the only times to think about Pinocchio without mentioning Disney. Number 7. Rudolph and Frosty's Christmas in July. The film that made the majority of these specials connect. It's a grand crossover with a simple story. Besides recounting Rudolph's reason to having a glowing nose, it's a joy to watch. Number 6. The Stingiest Man in Town. Still haven't seen many versions of A Christmas Carol, parody or not, so it might be wrong for me to give it the claim that it's one of the best. But I can say that it's far from a bad version. Number 5. Santa Baby. The final creation from Rankin Bass proper, and it would have been a great return, but so far, it's a grand exit for being a kid's blaxploitation Christmas special. Number 4. The Year Without a Santa Claus. At first I would have placed this lower within the top 10, but while gaining its footage during editing of the reviews of the remake and the Wise Brothers Christmas, I found it to be more enticing as a special than ever before. I can see why this got a remake and a sequel. It's just wonderful with a good simple story and a lot of fun. Number 3. Rudolph's Shining New Year. What's to say? With such creativity and a grand story, it's hard to say that this wouldn't be within the top 5. Now a lot of these were hard to place, but I knew that 2 of them would have been difficult to place as my number 1 and 2. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Santa Claus is Coming to Town. These 2 were the Christmas specials that I watched every year as a kid, with a song or 2 lingering within my head, even as some interest in them faded. It's just a hard choice. Both have classic songs, fun characters, and neat concepts. But, in the end, I have to say that Rudolph just gets the slight edge. It's a more structured story in comparison. I can have plenty of fun with Santa Claus is Coming to Town, but admittedly, you have to be in a more specific mindset or mood for Santa Claus, while Rudolph can be enjoyed by anyone. Yeah, it's a bit obvious, but it's amazing that they started these Christmas special venture with such an A+. So, that's it. Anything that I can think of relating to Rankin Bass's Christmas specials have been brought up. I am possibly done with having a Rankin Bass Christmas, at least as of 2017. Could they rise up once more? Can any new films and TV specials pop up based on their creations? It's possible, I wouldn't deny that. And if more come, I will cover them when they come to my attention. Now you might be wondering, why this? Why have I taken so much time and effort talking about anything relating to these children's Christmas specials? Well, as I stated back in 2014, these specials, some more than others, have shown the one thing forgotten about Christmas: effort. This season is about giving, receiving, and the goodness of mankind, along with getting free stuff, but there is the effort many people make to put the happy holidays and to make Christmases all merry. And Rankin Bass Productions, along with all the studios they partner with to create the stop motion and traditional animation, all are wonderful examples of this. Yeah, some of the animation can be stiff or wonky, stories are mainly focused for young kids, and at least 2 of them are pretty bad in my opinion, but their efforts made stories that will live on, even if the majority of people only remember a handful. Many people remember the Peanuts, Grinch, and Rudolph and Frosty all by themselves, but Rankin Bass itself is a name linked to the holidays, thanks to all of their efforts. Rest in peace, Arthur Rankin Jr., and hope you're doing well, Jules Bass. But for now, I'm done talking about these specials. Go out and find a way to view them for yourselves if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, especially those who stuck with me since day one with this Rankin Bass Month look. It's been one hell of a ride, honestly. And as I always say, take care, guys.